Hey everybody, it's Emma. Thank you very much for joining me in this video. Today I am talking about faves, mez, and fails for September. I have a lot of products to talk about. Some of these things I have had a little bit longer than September. I have a lot of little odds and ends that I've been accumulating in my collection recently. I've been meaning to film a haul, but I haven't, so I'm just going to wrap it all into September faves and fails. So let's start with the highlight for me this month. The Anastasia Beverly Hills Subculture palette. I got this for myself for my birthday, and I'm completely obsessed with it. It's what I have on my eyes right now. You will be seeing many videos to come. You'll be sick, I'm sure, of hearing about this palette, of seeing looks with this palette, but I absolutely love it. I am completely inspired by the colors every time I use it. I am so excited to be using it and also to use it again so I can do something different, use new colors. I absolutely love this. That's all I really have to say in this kind of video, but if you are interested in anything specific regarding this palette, if you want a full review, any particular looks you'd like to see, you know, what kind of tips and tricks for this palette, let me know, or watch Stephanie Nicole's review of this, because most of the tips and tricks I use for this palette, I learned from her. So there you go. Another thing that I've been really loving this month is the Wet n Wild Sweetest Bling highlighter. This was, let me stop that glaring. I'm wearing it right now on my face. This was part of their spring 2017 collection, and I don't know why, but I've just been reaching for this color a lot. I've been enjoying that kind of icy pinky color, and it's a great highlighter. It's very shiny. It's not at all glittery. I am curious to see how close this shade is to one of the new MegaGlo highlighters that are available on Wet n Wild's website. I'm pretty sure it's called Blossom Glow. If I'm wrong, I will let you know. It looks like it's probably the same thing. And if I ever see it in a store, I'll get it and let you know. But if you already know, let me know. Well, on the subject of Wet n Wild, I picked up the last color in the MegaGlo Makeup Stick blush range that they have so far. This is Peach Bums. Of course, I didn't think to put it on my face today, but it's beautiful. It is a really nice peachy pink with a gold sheen to it. Now, this is a little bit glittery. It's not chunky glitter. It's a very fine shimmer. But just so you know, it can look a little bit glittery on your face. So if that does not appeal to you, skip this. But I love this formula. I have a video about it. I have all of the blush colors now. And yeah, highly, highly, highly recommend. So I have been searching more than I care to admit, honestly, for the Wet n Wild Mermaid collection, the Fall 2017 limited edition collection that they did say was going to be in stores on September 1st. I have yet to see it. They didn't specify what stores, and anytime I see an Instagram post from Wet n Wild where they're talking about that collection, there are lots of other people asking, what stores are these in? And I've never seen an answer from Wet n Wild. It's a little bit shady. If you've seen that, let me know what store you've seen it in, because I do want to try some stuff. But maybe there's hope anyway. I have been seeing a lot of the Halloween stuff starting to come out in my local Rite Aid, and amongst the newer products are some of the stuff from the Unicorn collection from summer. That was the summer limited edition collection. It wasn't available in stores anywhere. You had to buy it online. But I guess some of this stuff didn't sell well, so they're just sneaking it into the Halloween collection. They didn't even change the names, so I don't know. But I grabbed all three of the loose pigments. I'll talk about those individually in a second. And I also grabbed the Iridescent lip color in Unicorn Soul. This is kind of ridiculous. I'm probably going to declutter it. I mean, it was $1.99, so I figured I'd grab it. Swatch it on my hand, and it is a really cool color. It just is not a good lip color because of that blue. I don't know. I can't find any information on whether or not this is eye safe. It would be a really cool eyeshadow, although I have a feeling that it probably wouldn't actually stay on your eyes. It would just get creasy and greasy and stuff. So I'm probably gonna declutter it, but nice to have tried it, I suppose. And then the three pigments. These were some of the only things I was really interested in that collection. This first one is called Pegasus Flutter. It is a cool pink, and it is god-awful. It does not show up as anything. Now, maybe it's just because it's old, or I don't know. I mean, the packaging for all of these loose pigments and for all of Wet n Wild's loose pigments, at least that have come out recently, is absolutely fantastic. It's relatively mess-free. It's got a nice little sifter. I usually, pour a little bit into the cap and use it from there. I will try to swatch this out for you. It really, that worked out a little bit better, but I've tried using it on my eyes, and it barely even shows up as a shine. So that is also going in the declutter area. The next shade is called Unicorn Wishes. This is kind of a teal with gold glitter, and it's pretty intense glitter. It's very pretty. I've used this. I will probably use it a little bit more and then eventually declutter it. It fades pretty fast, and the glitter does fall down. My favorite is surprisingly this one called Mythical Dreams. This is a purple, which are notoriously difficult to formulate, but I find this to be the strongest of the three. It's very pretty, very shiny. It's got kind of a blue sheen to it, and I've used it quite a few times and will probably continue to. Shall we talk about a fail? Okay, I got a couple things from Hard Candy a month or so ago. This is the Stroke of Gorgeous felt tip eyeliner with lash enhancing serum. It's in the shade Little Black Dress, and it is terrible. So you can see it swatches out pretty well, and it's relatively easy to use. I tend to prefer brush tips, but this is not too obnoxious of a felt tip. I have only worn this once because of, well, here's a picture. So you can see one side looks great and the other side is completely just smudged to shit. I guess I had a watery eye or something, and this was in the car before having to walk in to teach a yoga class. So I ran into the studio before anybody got there, was in the bathroom trying to, wash off the wing on this side and kind of clean it up and make it look like all of that smudginess was intentional. So yeah, this definitely I don't recommend unless moisture is never going to touch it. Oil's never going to touch it. Then maybe, but there are much better liquid liners at the drugstore, so I would say skip this one. The other item I got from Hard Candy is actually quite a win. This is the Metal Glaze 12-hour intense liquid foil. So this is marketed as sort of an all-over sort of product. It comes in a few different shades. I have the shade Burgandy. On the package for it, it's represented on the eyes, on the lips, and on the eyebrows. It is a really, really pretty color. And honestly, I got it for the color. I didn't have really high hopes for it, but it's fantastic. It lasts so well on my eyelids. I mean, I always prime because I have oily eyelids. And at the end of the day, I'll have a little bit of wear down in the, you know, the kind of depth of my crease. But you can't really see it when my eye is open, so I'm not that concerned about it. I haven't actually tried this on my lips. I didn't get it for that, so, you know, but I'm loving this as an eyeshadow. And, you know, on my next yearly trip to Walmart, I will probably grab another shade or two if there are any that are interesting, because it is a really cool formula. So check it out if you've been eyeing it and wondering if it works. I've had good luck with it. I have another liquid liner fail of sorts. The formula of this isn't too bad, but the packaging is terrible. So, I mean, I have been trying to avoid buying Trooper from Kat Von D and spending just as much money as Trooper in eyeliners that I'm going to declutter. So sometimes being frugal is not actually that frugal. So this is the Milani Infinite Liquid Eyeliner. Yeah, up to 24-hour wear. I got it because it was a brush tip, and I'm like, ooh, brush tip, I like brush tip. However, this is the kind of brush tip that makes me realize why people don't like brush tips. It is a very thick and jagged, uneven cut brush. The formula is all right, and this swatch that I am currently applying to my hand will not come off without some serious oil and scrubbing. So, you know, the formula does really stick. But, I mean, that's like the thinnest line I can draw with this. It is just really obnoxious to use. I could maybe, you know, dip in with a different brush, but am I going to? I don't know. I'm holding on to it for the moment just to see if I do that, because like I said, you know, the formula is pretty sticky in terms of it sticking to your face, not feeling sticky on your face. I regret the purchase. I have another thing from Milani that I like a lot, surprisingly actually. This is the Milani Easy Brow Automatic Eyebrow Pencil. I have it in the shade Natural Taupe. It's what I have in my now hidden eyebrows. It is a thicker pencil than I tend to go for, and it is also a creamier formula. It's pretty much the same color as my NYX Micro Brow, and while this doesn't give me the precision that I would really like, this is very quick and easy to use. So this brow has much less hair in the tail, and let's see if I can get close up. And you can really, you know, you can see the difference in color and the gaps where there isn't hair, which is why I tend to like something with a little bit more precision. I mean, right now with bangs, I'm a little less concerned about it. If I have the time and inclination, I'll use both this and the NYX Micro Brow, which is a little bit high maintenance, but you know, I have them, so might as well. But it's a really nice eye pencil. I find it lasts really well. It only comes in 2 shades, so that's a bit of a bummer, but the spoolie's very nice. It's also cheaper than the Micro Brow. This was like $7 or $8, so not that much cheaper, but still, you know, every dollar counts, right? So I've really been enjoying this, and I would recommend it. Another favorite, I've mentioned this in another favorite a few months ago, but this is the Trader Joe's 100% organic argan oil. I have been using this on my face almost every night, and every time I use it, I wake up and my skin is very happy. I've had some dehydration issues recently. Even though my skin is oily, I am needing some more moisture. So I will use this at night in between my treatments, like the retinol, all that sort of thing, serums, and my moisturizer. So my moisturizer is the last step. I'll put this on before I give myself a little facial massage if I have left enough time. and I really like it. It's inexpensive. It doesn't irritate my skin. It doesn't feel too heavy. It soaks in quite quickly. It doesn't break me out. So if you are looking at oils, if you don't want to order from The Ordinary and have to wait for it to come in, if you're looking at an argan oil, if you have a Trader Joe's around, check it out. Speaking of The Ordinary, this makes me so sad, but a fail for me is the High Adherence Silicone Primer from The Ordinary. I have already done a review video on both primers from The Ordinary and both foundations from The Ordinary, which I will, of course, link. This I want so desperately to love. It feels so nice going on my skin. When it has stayed on my skin, it really helps the longevity, the appearance of not only the Ordinary foundations, but other foundations I've tried it with. But more often than not, I will have at least some area on my face when I use this that balls up and gathers. And it's gross. And it's really, really disappointing because this is like $5. And like I said, has a lot of great points to it. But the fact that it is balling up on my skin, so not only am I not getting the benefits from this product, it's probably pulling up other products that are already on my face, which is not great. And obviously, if I'm going throughout my day and it looks like my skin is peeling off, that's not really the look I'm going for. So I'm very disappointed. I will say I have started to use this at night because it can also be a moisturizer. So if I need a little extra bit of moisture, maybe I don't feel like or haven't had time to work in the oil, I'll throw this on after my moisturizer. And then I don't really give a shit if it balls up, which is terrible. But, just to use it up. That's what I've been doing. Next is a meh category product, and it's a pretty recent purchase. It's from Bite, and it's one of their lip pencils. It's in the shade 096. So I saw a swatch of one of the Kat Von D Everlasting liquid lipsticks in Miss Argentina, and I fell so in love with the color, but I know that particular formula is not for me. So I went on to Temptalia, the great Temptalia, to find dupes for that color. And this was one of them. And I love Bite, so I figured I would get this at Sephora. I could pick up my birthday gift. It'd be great. Now, the first problem is the top does not fit on the pencil. You can see the mess that the pencil is right now. I had this in my purse, and the top came off and got pink everywhere. Whatever, it's inside my purse. I cleaned it out. Okay, leave this at home. Also, the color, while it does have that same sort of deep raspberry tone, if you layer it up, as I wear it, it just goes into a hot pink. I have lots of hot pink already, and I was really after that deeper tone. I'll swatch it out on my hand. You can see it. I mean, the formula's beautiful, of course. It's Bite. I feel like everything they do is amazing. But I'm really disappointed, not only in the packaging fail, but the fact that the color doesn't stay that intense. And if I can't travel around with this to reapply, that's a bummer. I don't know if I want to return it, though. I hate returning makeup because I know it's just going to go in the trash. And if it's not too terrible, like a skincare product that breaks me out, I'll return that, no problem. I'm not going to use it. But something like this, it's not unusable, but at the same time, it's not what I wanted, and I'm an entitled American, and I want what I want. So I don't know if I'm going to return this or not. There is a lipstick beetroot that looks like it might be right up my alley. They're like $30 for a lipstick, and I know it'll be worth it, but I don't want to spend that and have the pencil. I don't know. I'd be curious what your feelings are on returning makeup. I think I mentioned this in a different video, so feel free to ignore that little rant if I did. But yeah, there's the meh Bite Pencil. Speaking of the Sephora birthday gift, they have 2 options that you can pick from, including one that was cruelty free. So I got that. It's a little Tarte duo of a mini Amazonian clay blush and the Tarteist lip paint. I am wearing the lip paint right now. It's not bad for a liquid matte lipstick sort of product. It's in the shade Birthday Suit. I think it's a very pretty shade. It's a very soft, velvety formula. It smells exactly like mint floss, and it's relatively comfortable. It'll fade, you know, in the middle as most lipsticks do, but because it's so close to my lip color, it doesn't really bother me. So I'll definitely get use out of that. I probably wouldn't buy any more of them. It's just not my preference for a lip product, but it's definitely nice and definitely usable, in my humble opinion. The blush, though, I've really been enjoying. It's in the shade Party with 3 A's. It is a matte neutral blush. It's very similar to the Milani Rose Powder Blush in Romantic Rose, but this has a little bit more pink in it. There it is. Very pretty. Actually, my blush right now is quite neutral, so I can throw a little bit of this on. And it shouldn't look terrible, so you can see it in action. I'm going to be so annoyed when I'm editing this video. I hate when I'm talking and looking around and grabbing brushes. And yet I do it every time. There is no mirror in this, which is understandable. This works really nice on my skin tone. I don't know how it would show up on deeper skin. But it's a nice kind of barely there blush, and this is actually the first Amazonian clay blush I've ever owned. Because I have so many drugstore blushes that I love, I just don't, I haven't been moved to spend that much more money on a blush, so I'm really excited to try this because I've heard nothing but good things about this formula. So definitely favorite this one. All right, the last few things I want to mention are all lip colors. They're all crazy lip colors. The first one is from Hard Candy. This is one of the Fierce Effects lipsticks. I've been looking for a true, slightly deep purple lipstick because I've been into that recently. The packaging of these is just so cute. These are all little rhinestones. They're set in the top so that you don't feel scratchy. I'm sure they'll fall out because this is a $5 lipstick. This is in the shade Thunder. I tried these before. My sister has a couple of them, and it's just a really beautiful straight up purple. They smell a little bit kind of fruity / chemically, very much kind of like play makeup, which I suppose you could argue it is, but I like it. I find it wears pretty well. Definitely wear a lip liner underneath it. Haven't had the courage to go without. It's a very creamy formula, so it makes me a little nervous to wear, you know, such a out there color without that insurance. But they're fun, and they have some other fun colors, so it's a nice way to try some crazy colors on the cheaper end of the spectrum. And on that same, slightly more expensive, but still affordable, crazy color thing, these are from NYX. These are the Pin Up Pout lipsticks. I hadn't tried these before, but I absolutely love this formula. Now, I did a video where I used this one. This is in the shade Wild Spirit. Well, I think I kept calling it Wild Heart in that video. This comes off much more blue, but it's a very kind of grayish, bluey, purple blue. It's a really cool color, and I think it's going to be really fun for fall and winter. And the formula is just fantastic. It's very highly pigmented, but creamy, comfortable. It doesn't bleed or feather. It doesn't smell like anything in particular. Maybe a little bit chemically, but you know, whatevs. This one is in Violet Femme. This is a much more wearable purple. It's got a lot more pink in it. It reminds me very much of the NYX Butter Lipstick in Hunk, but just more pigmented. So that's a really gorgeous shade. I guess while I'm here, I might as well mention I also got a couple of the Halloween liquid catsuit lipsticks from Wet n Wild. I don't really have a category to put these in because I haven't really played with them that much, to be honest. The purple one here is called Purple Panic, and it's a little bit of a brighter purple. You can see the difference. Again, it's coming across a little bit more blue on camera. It's a little bit patchy, but it also layers quite well, so I've kind of worn it around the house, but I haven't had the courage to wear that one out yet. And then the other one is called Emerald City, and I thought this would be a nice color in case I never find the Mermaid collection, because I was interested in trying the green lipstick in that one. Haven't really played with green. I'm actually, ooh, should I put it on now? I'm gonna put it on now. I think it might look kind of cool with my hair, although it might look a little crazy with my eyes. But just for fun, it washes off, you know? I'm going right over top of Birthday Suit. It's so close to my natural lip color. I don't even care. Now, Emerald City looks like it has a little bit of shimmer in the tube, but I don't really find that translates on the lips. I really kind of like it. Again, I haven't had the courage to wear that out, so I'm not sure how it wears. It's just like the purple one. First swipe is a little bit sheer, but they layer really well. And if these wear anything like the other catsuit, liquid catsuit lipsticks, then they'll wear really nicely. So I'll keep you posted on those. If you've tried them, let me know what you think. And that is it. So that was a lot, but it was also kind of nice to have a mix of both faves, mez, and fails in that video. That was a long one, so I appreciate you taking this time to hang out with me and listen to me blab on about makeup. I really do appreciate it and value, I value it. If you have any questions, comments, if you've tried any of these products, if you have anything that you've really been loving over the past month or any fails that you've experienced, let me know, and I will see you in the next one. Bye, guys.